They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Wants to adjust the pattern. Dante Moore. Complete. At the 10, he's got room. He's got enough for the 1st down at the 14-yard line, and no matter what happens on this drive, just getting out of jail in your own end is a win.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
It's 1st and 10 from their own 14-yard line. Moore to the air. Got his man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the 1st quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Throwing Moore. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Moore to the air again. Crosses the 30. He's got away. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the 1st down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Here's Moore to throw. He's got it. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Moore will throw. Caught over the middle. It's Stewart. Breaks into the open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. And the Ducks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Making side adjustments here. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Ducks moving quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second and regroup before running this next play.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
9th play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore fires to the big fella. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And listen, I have no problem being aggressive on fourth down, but the consequences of that, now you got to have your defense go bail you out. So you started the game trying to be aggressive. Well, defense, you got to get my back.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
To the air, it's Stockton. Makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch.
Turning on the Jets. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bulldog. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the second level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the second level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now on this defense to tackle.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Moore. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So now it's second and long. Moore to the air. Shoots it to the left. Makes the catch. It's Stewart. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
Dante Moore. It's complete to the right. Turning it on. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Moore. Touchdown, Oregon! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the final 34 yards covered by that touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. On target to the left. And they swarm him under. The Dogs racing to the line in the hurry up. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this team.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The hand to the running back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1. This matchup, two teams in the top 5, just sort of whets the appetite for what we're going to see in the playoff, guys.
The selection committee is watching this one very closely because, David, both of these teams are easily talented enough to win it all, but only one can walk out of here with the dub.
Well, and what does it do? It sets up the seeding, right? It sets up
a shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And you're not going to see many of those. That's a gift for this defense. You don't see this guy miss very often, especially to put 6 on the board. That was a big missed opportunity for this quarterback and this offense.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Motion from the wide receiver. Moore from the gun on third down. And the missed connection on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started. In their
field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. Fourth down, Moore. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. Might be changing the route. Throwing more. He's looking deep. Pass is batted down, knocked away, incomplete, and this linebacker in pass coverage is up to the task.
And not surprised at all, man. You force the turnover, great field position, and you get aggressive. You try to throw the football on the first play. This is that little fringe area, man. That 30 to 50-yard line, you got a lot of space to still throw. You get your receivers open and try to make plays in the passing game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And the Ducks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And man, those sting, man. 3rd down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially 3rd down.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Again, it's Moore. Just a short pass to the tight end. There he goes. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that 1st down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the 1st down.
Fires to the wideout. Caught. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. Offense changing the play. Here's Moore to throw. Fires to the end zone. They will score. Touchdown, Ducks.
And that's his 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Frazier. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They... Okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And the Bulldogs will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, there's an alley to the left. The 20. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. Moore. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Moore will throw. Snares it outside. It's Bear. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, it's hard enough just to catch passes in college football, but to do it while also being cognizant of where you are in the field and making sure you get a foot down in bounds, that's really impressive.
In the gun on 3rd down, Moore throws for the tight end. And they won't be able to... downfield looking for a big-time play.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. Moore to throw for it on 4th down. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. Snags it, and he's open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Ducks in the hurry-up. He might want another play. Dante Moore throws toward the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Fielded in the end zone, it's Frazier. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. Moore with the play fake. Finds his man. It's Bear. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He wants to change this route. Throwing Moore. Under fire. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away. Incomplete.
You know, this defense knew the offense was going to try to take shots vertically down the field and do it in a variety of ways. That time, they were able to defend the corner route and swat the ball down.
Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. On the gun, on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He slings it deep to the left. He's got it on the outside. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22. Moore to the air again. Unloads to the wideout. Hard on the left sideline. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up the yard.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line. Getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead here with just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking to throw at Stockton. Stepping to the right. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Utah taking on the TCU Horned Frogs. And it's the Utes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. This ball club now stands at 7 wins. They've assured themselves at the very least of a better than 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Wide open downfield. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Offense getting set for first down. Here's a give to Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. Escapes the pressure going right. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on third down.
Really nice job by the defense. Here in the second half, they've got to have the mentality with the lead. If we just don't give up any more points, we get the W. We got to make big plays on third down. They made a big one there.
Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He's got great speed, working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it. Oh, he's got some space. The 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you score. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Carried it all the way down to the 35-yard line before they finally got him stopped.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Wants to throw. It's Stockton. He'll take a shot. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
On to attempt the try. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Back has it. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuck. Snap to the back. Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the first. Might have a chance. Pass to 50. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. He shed tackles like a snake, getting rid of his skin. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and give him 16 on the year. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. At midfield, he's got room. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop him. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Tackled there by the defense. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Handoff for Frazier. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Here's a heat. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, they get that turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there, if I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. You work the entire season to put yourself in position to thrive, to excel in games like this. A late season top 10 showdown, playoff implications aplenty. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. Both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. This game has been more than prominent on the radar for several weeks, and now it has arrived in the form of a late-season top 5 clash. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, Coach Kirby Smart told me he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. bring it back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Frazier. That one might violate every return rule in the book as he's out of bounds at his own 5. And what is this? They're setting up the punt on first down. Really needed to get some distance on that punt from this spot on the field, and he did. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Quarterback may change this route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Moore to throw. Got a man. It's Stewart. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, I know at the end of last year, a lot of people were wondering what was going to happen with Dante Moore. Was he going in the draft? People were talking about him being the first overall pick after that blowout loss in the playoff to Indiana. He decided to come back, and no one is happier than Dan Lanning at Oregon and the fans. And by the way, this quarterback room now, David, loaded. Of course, they got Dylan Raiola from Nebraska as well.
Yeah, and Dante Moore, to me, like, does he take that next step? And you saw flashes of Dante Moore where it's great. Like, it is elite of elite. The Iowa game a year ago, when you needed it, had to have a play, he can make it. Can he continue to be that guy consistently and not make some of those mistakes? Because there is no denying this dude's talent. It's upper echelon level. It's first-round draft pick type stuff.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Bringing the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore. Oh, they're after him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
It'll be third and long. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Moore from the gun, trying to convert third down. Finds his tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Dante Moore finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Dante Moore wants to throw again. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Fires to the big fella. And a little bit of breathing room after that gain. He's out of bounds at the 11.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Zings it complete to the right. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the football, ready to capitalize on this momentum.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They just keep firing. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in, because this passing attack, it's lethal, because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
Lets it go to the end zone. Fires into traffic. Picked off. The 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. And with the pick six. Touchdown Ducks.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Coming out with it, it's Phillips. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the air, it's Stockton. Fires one high and deep. He's got it on the right. That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the picture. Breaks into the open. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Right back to the well. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches,
He lets one fly deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Time has expired here in the quarter.